Well, hello there. Welcome back to the lands of Aecathan, episode 165. Yep. And as always, no professionals, no fancy tech at all. Just a group of women playing an all-original game of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm Jeff, your Game Master, and here's what happened last time. As the four prepared to head back out toward the Temple of Jogravana, they buried the dragon tail that they had been scavenging for scales in the desert, and they attuned some of the new magic items they acquired from the dragon's hoard. Taking to the skies once again, they traveled for a few hours before Gwen caught a glimpse of crimson in the sky, reflected in the moonlight. Using Zorath's spyglass, Gwen was able to identify the glint of color as a very large red dragon. At that point, the front group stopped and turned back to meet up with the rear guard, and they decided to change their plan of travel, choosing to travel together from that point on. Aribell cast Detect Creature and targeted dragons, and was able to pick up the crimson red dragon crossing their path a couple times. Zorath chose to consult with Mother Tassa to inquire about the behavior of chromatic dragons in the wild to find out if flying back and forth in a relatively straight line was normal. Mother Tassa also informed Zorath that dragons do indeed deepen in color as they age, indicating that this crimson dragon is likely centuries old. At that point, the ladies decided to halt their progress to discuss what further action they were going to take. After a significant amount of back and forth, the group decided to try flying high above the dragon, hopefully without being detected. Gwen also decided to put 2 invisibility spells, 1 second level and 1 third level, into her ring of spell storing to use in case her pass without trace failed to keep them from being detected by the dragon. And that brings us current.
All right.
Are we ready to go?
I mean, are we ever?
Let's do it. Let's fly up in the air.
All right. How high up are you going?
How high can we go before we start becoming lightheaded?
That is a good question.
How high up can Starbolt and the owl fly?
Pretty much as high as there's air.
And where does air stop in your world?
You're not sure.
Well, we'll go up till Starbolt tells me he doesn't want to go any higher.
Well, how high up is the dragon flying?
Like 50 or 60, right?
So
Because we were at 30, and he said it was above us, so angle potentially 60... 62 miles, potentially, by the way, for atmosphere.
So
I don't
probably
I think a
couple
mile
hundred
is
feet?
okay.
Couple 100 feet up.
Nope. Oh, wait.
I'm saying that's probably how far we should go.
Right. Approximately. Can we angle the math?
Well, let's do it this way.
Mm-hmm.
We know that you can breathe a mile high.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, the poor people in Denver would be dead.
That's true.
So we could fly a mile high.
question though, now, if you're trying to track all the things, how far does her thing go?
If I cast it again, it's 1,000 feet.
Okay, and so what is that thing that you've got? Remember, I was adding to the front of the book.
Oh, locate creature. I have locate object and locate creature.
Okay. Aribell, I want to just make sure that...
How far up were we flying before?
Not very far.
Yeah,
about
we were like
30 feet.
30. Yeah, about 30
Okay,
feet.
and the dragons were like 50 feet?
Well, the dragons were higher. You're not exactly sure how much higher.
But since her thing goes 1,000 feet, we can, for a little bit of time, potentially still maintain and not have to go a mile, which is 50 to 80 feet.
Right.
For our metric friends. For people
Not
who
going
don't
to
know
help our metric friends at all.
you know.
So I think we should fly a mile high up. That makes sense.
But we won't be able to have any sight on them either, which is okay.
No.
Well, if we can't see them, then that increases the odds they can't see us, because they probably have better sight than we do.
Weren't we wanting to be above them, just not, and be able to maybe still see, because we won't know how many are in a row unless we have the ability to...
So
Right?
I can put my spell back up, but that means I think we should stay no more than 1,000.
That's what I
feet.
was thinking, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will cast
About
it.
1,000 then.
Okay, question
Well,
also.
1,000 feet above where they were flying. How's that?
Well, it's like 1,000 from the ground, and then they're probably 900 from that, maybe.
Okay. Oh, fuck, I just lost it.
Cast my spell.
How far can they travel? We, Owl and Pegasus, across in an hour. Did that make sense? Because she only gets that for an hour, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down also. So my question is, how long will that last? How many of the potential... No, we don't know. But how long will that last? How long will
an
her...
Or an
Huh?
hour?
I know, but as we're flying, how many...
So an hour
How much
is
ground
60
can we cover?
minutes divided by...
Oh, yeah, that's I guess what we...
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Somebody else besides me do the math.
Okay, so 66 seconds. So 60 minutes times 60 seconds divided by 6, right? So there's 600 seconds in an hour? Or 600 turns in an hour?
Yeah.
Mm.
And then times the owl is 60 feet, is 36,000 feet, but I don't know what feet to what the translation is there. Is it the same, like 5,000? Is it like real feet to miles?
Yeah.
So divided by 50 to 80
Uh-huh.
is 6.8 miles at the owl speed.
Okay. Yeah, so that's actually a significant amount of area to cover with her fine creature up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I mean, you know, it is a significant amount because...
And that's... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's fine.
How long have we already been out?
It's about probably midnight or approaching midnight.
So will that hour keep us within, was it 8 hours for the owl?
Yes.
Okay, but that's probably about as far, right?
You still have a couple hours.
Okay.
The owl got brought out at 7.
Okay, so we've been at 5.
So it'll go until 3 in the morning.
Okay. So we don't want too much more after this with the owl. Okay, so we fly up 1,000 feet-ish. And then we go at the owl's speed. Do I sense any dragons when I put it back up?
Yes, you sense. You believe it's the same one.
Okay.
And we're staying within 10 feet of each other in case we need to teleport.
And did you put up Pass Without Trace?
I did.
Okay.
Okay. At owl speed. Okay.
Do you need us to make stealth checks?
Yes. So everybody make a stealth check. Remember, you've got the bonus from the spell.
Plus 10.
Do we need to make it for the animals?
Yes.
I'll make it for the owl.
And I'll roll Starbolts, which I don't think he actually has things, so it'll just be Dex. Or the Dex bonus.
The owl gets +2, so +2 +10.
Okay.
Oh, plus stealth. Right?
Yeah,
Plus
yeah.
stealth. Oh, I didn't add stealth to it.
Okay, so
Yeah, so
Starbolt
it's-
is 25.
Okay.
The owl is 31.
You want all of us to roll individually, or
Mm-hmm.
27?
Did you roll a 17?
I rolled an 11.
Oh, okay.
Aribell, 18 plus 7 is 20, 35 for Aribell. Ooh.
Yeah, but did you add also the extra 10?
Yeah,
Oh, no, I
that's-
did.
Oh,
Me?
mine, yeah.
Tasha did not. No, because it would be 27. Or no, 37.
37. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. I didn't realize we had an extra 10.
Yeah,
Okay.
from the Pass Without Trace.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Okay, okay.
And I actually rolled almost the best I can roll, and I got a 39.
Nice.
Wow. I only
I
got
rolled
a 30.
19. I rolled a 19.
You got a good average.
plus your
Yeah.
10, plus my 10 for stealth. So that was crazy. That
I
is
rolled not well.
that is almost the best I could ever do.
Nice.
I only rolled an 11, so.
I rolled pretty much almost as high as I can. I rolled an 8.
Right,
Well-
and Tasha's low roll is like 2 points away from me on this part. That's so funny.
Aribell, you don't detect any variation
Okay.
in the dragon's flight path.
What?
Just a couple
Unless-
minutes later, however, while you are still able to sense that one, you ping another one.
Okay.
So should we pause here and let you see if it's the same kind of feeling?
We're going to run. I mean, it won't take long for us to get past. Let me look at my calculator.
Wait.
You want to just keep going?
So you said a couple minutes?
Mm-hmm.
That is... They're super close to each other then.
Maybe that's why they're patrolling. To keep track of one another.
Right, but it's only going to take 17 times 6.
Mhm.
It's only going to take 2 minutes for us to go. No, that's not right. Yeah, like a couple of minutes for us to go 1,000 feet, and then they'll be out of range anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Unless, you know. So we just keep going, I think.
Yep.
So I'm gonna start counting. 1 red was the one that we started with, and then we're gonna count another one.
Another
And can-
dragon. You have no idea.
I know, just another dragon.
About
Maybe-
how far can we see with the scope?
The spyglass?
Yeah.
Not that far.
Well, we don't know how high it's flying either.
Can you put your primeval awareness back up, because we're going to go about 6 miles, so it'll be nice to see if we...
I don't know if that would cause me to drop my concentration.
Is it a spell?
You have to spend a spell slot.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I assume I have to concentrate to figure out.
Well, you can still cast spells while you're concentrating. You just can't cast another concentration spell.
Right.
So if primeval awareness isn't concentration.
It doesn't say
It just
that it
says
is.
it says to sense.
Mm-hmm.
So
They have a little diamond right after it if it's a spell.
well, I mean it's listed under
Your feats.
it's a class thing.
Mm-hmm. It's a class
Okay.
ability.
Okay. Yeah.
It uses a spell slot, but it doesn't say that it's a spell.
Nice.
So
Cool.
I would say you could put it up and keep Pass Without Trace.
Okay. So I will mark off the spell slot and put it up.
You sense stronger dragon.
A
And-
stronger dragon?
No,
or...
just a sense of stronger draconic presence than you
Okay.
did the last time. And also a stronger undead presence.
So I,
Mm.
in a, not even a whisper, but under my breath, I will tell them more dragon, more undead.
And the further you fly,
Towards a destination.
well, the further you go in the direction you're headed,
Right.
the stronger the dragon presence feels.
Oh boy. Well, we're committed now. I mean, there's no going back.
Well, I mean, we're just doing a look-see anyway, so we can go higher, or I can teleport us. So, I mean,
Right.
further we go towards this direction, stronger.
And Pam, as you travel on, there are times when you don't detect any. There are times when you detect 4 at a time.
Wow.
It varies.
Now, 4 at a time within 1, 2, 3, 4, or like grouped together.
Different.
Can
No,
she-
they're all separate.
Okay,
And they're
still
all different
separate.
directions.
Mm. So
And-
we could be going over a patch where one is at the end of the other end of their pattern.
Could be.
Okay.
About 3/4 of the way through your hour, Gwen, your sense of draconic presence begins to drop off noticeably.
Okay. I
And
start
Pam,
to tell them that.
you are still picking them up, but now it seems to be behind you mostly, and they're dropping off.
Okay,
I need
that's good.
all 4 of you, please, to make a perception check for me.
I probably took my shield back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing.
Now that we're in the same place.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Perception?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yep.
26.
Mm.
32.
32.
19.
Aribell and Tasha. At the edge of what you can see, you notice the sky seeming to be slightly lighter in one place.
I look at Tasha. Lighter?
Why is it lighter?
I wondered, like, would the city lights wouldn't go up that high? Well, I mean, we're only 1,000. Maybe that's the area we're heading.
Ah.
I mean, think about world maps from the sky. You can still see lights.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the direction we're headed, or is it off to the side?
Slightly to the left of the direction you're headed.
Okay. So I'll kind of move the owl that way and assume. And I tell Starbolt to follow our lead. So they just start moving.
This is interminable. Can't that creature fly any faster?
No.
Then what good is it?
You can't carry all 4 of us.
I'd be willing to try. And as you adjust your heading and fly the last 15 minutes with the Pass Without Trace spell cover, it becomes a little bit more evident that there's some sort of settlement, some sort of large light source. And Gwen?
She has the spy scope.
You suddenly begin to sense fiend energy as well as undead energy.
But no longer dragon?
No longer dragon.
So I tell them that.
Okay. Oh. Wait. I have a question.
Okay.
Nikki can't remember, but I have a feeling I'm going to ask you. You guys are going to be like, yeah. I no longer have my tattoo that can be tracked by fiends.
Correct.
Correct. In fact, I no longer have any tattoo.
Your left arm is completely bare.
I wear long sleeves, but I've been like drawing stuff on it.
Oh, okay.
At night, like just trying to figure out what I'm gonna want.
Okay.
Back.
So the Pass Without Trace spell expires.
Well, before I would be tracking how long it's been up. Do you want me to cast it again when it expires?
If it's not too high a level, because we are going to have to get down to the ground and at some point do the mansion and stuff, so.
Okay. So I can cast it again. And I do.
Okay.
How close are we going, and what are we viewing? Like, are we just going to get an approximation of square feet? Like, you know, it's a this triangular shape or whatever shape that the city is in.
How far are we from it?
We want to try to get as much info as we can, and if they spot us at the end, as long as we can teleport out, so be it.
So how far is it?
Go ahead and Aribell, make a survival check for me.
Use guidance. That's a really good roll. 24.
You would estimate probably another 20 minutes at this speed would bring you to the edge of what you're coming up on.
Okay.
Should we go left to try to like see where the lights kind of end, and then like kind of maybe go catty corner to it so we can kind of
Yeah, at this distance, but kind of go around.
Do you know what I'm
Again.
saying, Jeff? Do you know what I'm
No.
saying, Jeff? Okay. So we are headed this direction, right? And at some point, assumably, just pretend,
Mm-hmm.
this is about where a city would look like. So we're going to go this way, right, to see where the edge of the lights kind of stop.
Okay.
And
so
then
you're basically gonna circle the city?
Like the perimeter?
right,
A semicircle, yeah.
Yeah, so then what you do is you would come this way and then go this way to see where it starts getting clearer. See what I'm saying? So we're here, and then we would basically go, okay, over here we lose the lights, so we'd come in at an angle, so we would kind of get like a better sense of the geometry of the thing. That didn't make any sense. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we want to kind of see how wide it is and how deep it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So almost a circle, but like a semicircle, you probably don't have to go all the way around. I mean, can we see all of the width of it as we're coming up on it? I mean, we can see light, right?
Yeah.
We just need to kind of see around from the side to get a sense of how big it is.
Right.
I mean, if we're 20 minutes out and we can already see light, it's a pretty good size settlement.
All right. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. I'm gonna make editing difficulties for myself, but
Sorry. Oh, hey.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
I was wondering about a temple, but I was thinking a tower.
That's a big temple.
Yeah.
and you are seeing that there are lights coming from various buildings, but the structures on the corners are glowing with kind of a reddish brown energy.
Ooh.
I say to Tasha, study it carefully in as much detail as you can, because you'll remember all of it.
Giving off reddish brown glow or beam?
Yes. Glow.
Okay.
Based on what I, Tasha, know about Thunder's Edge and the other city, is it a cat? No,
Aermagh.
Aermagh. How big is this city? I mean, is it the same size as Aermagh?
Yes. It's comparable to Aermagh. It's a little bigger than Thunder's Edge.
Fuck.
Well, we should probably pay attention to the number of buildings that look like residences versus businesses versus churches or temples?
You're not going to be able to make that out at night.
No.
So,
You're basically seeing light and shadow, and the
seeing little
glows
dots.
from the things in the corner.
How
When
long
I-
until dawn?
About 5 hours.
after we kind of get the full view, then I'm going to kind of steer the owl and have Starbolt follow me away from it
Okay.
so that we're off a little bit in a distance where it
Right.
seems like safe.
Mm-hmm.
Do you sense, well, I can't, we're far and I don't want to talk. I'll use my thing. I only get 60 feet. Well, I guess we're still up in the air. Never mind. I was trying to think of evil. But kind of start going down, but far enough out where I think it's a safe spot. I want to have a good spot for Zori to learn in case we need to teleport back here.
I was thinking that.
Okay.
That's far enough away.
It's very difficult because out here all there is just sand.
Right. So,
Correct, but it's fixed point in time. Or is it?
Well, you have to be able to identify it from the surrounding area. And it's
But-
all just sand dunes.
hold on one second. What I'm thinking.
Like, there's nothing distinct about anything you're seeing.
Right, but for teleport,
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible, but it would be a more difficult teleport back.
Trying to.
Like, it would probably end up falling into the seen casually category.
Are there any? I mean, I know it's dark. From the city, we have a little bit of light.
It doesn't stretch out as far as you're going to go.
Okay.
You'll have the
Can I s-
moonlight, and that's
Can I
it.
see stars?
Yes.
If I look up and see the stars, I can pinpoint orient where I am, correct?
You can get close.
Right, I get close because, we assume. We don't
Yeah.
know.
That's what
we
I
don't know.
That's what I figured you'd be doing when I said it would probably end up being the seen casually category.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, you'll be able probably to teleport back to the general area.
I
So
think we
the-
should.
associated object is something you take from here. Right, that helps do it, but you can't kind of do it the opposite, right? Like leave something.
Right.
Why not?
Can you scry? We have the other thing we ask all the time.
Oh yeah. So let me put that on this thing here too.
You can't, right? Zori?
I cannot.
I can.
Tasha
Yeah,
can.
but
Tasha can.
Tasha
but I-
can't. Zori can't see the scrying, but Tasha
Mhm.
can do so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's the thing. What I would like to do is go away from the town on close to or on foot or as close to not foot because we don't want to disturb the sand where there might be like those things.
Pass without trace.
Okay. I just want to go this way, so if I accidentally get us out of line, I don't want to go accidentally into town. I'd rather go accidentally between here to there. Does that make sense?
You want to go away from town.
Right, so if I accidentally screw up this area, I would have a likelier chance of getting into the places where I know this way, increasing my touchdown area,
Mm-hmm.
right? Versus screwing up from this area and accidentally getting over towards town. That makes sense?
Mhm.
Okay. So, yeah. Flying above the ground, just a skosh, so we're not touching it.
Okay.
No touching. Okay, so then I just want to get some groundal area here, and then we'll stop and reassess or whatever.
Okay.
So do we want to stay here or try to come back?
Zorath, if you would roll Arcana for me.
Okay. Big. Okay, 18.
It dawns on you that once you settle on a distance, if you turn and focus on the city and focus on how far away from the city you are, that might help.
Okay, that's actually super smart. Nikki wouldn't know that, Zorath would, but... okay, so I'm going to shoot the distance between where we landed and how far I went, and I'm going to, like, on that axis.
Okay.
So we're... try to get a decent landing spot.
Can Tasha use the stars to get a pretty good sense of
Where we are.
Obviously, the stars move, but
Tasha, make a survival check.
Survival check.
guidance.
Does that give me advantage?
Die 4.
Die 4? Okay.
Because I'm asking her to do it. So.
Okay. 24.
You think you've got a pretty good fix on what the sky looks like where you're at.
Okay. So, do we want to teleport away or mansion here? We won't have any idea what we're walking out to, though. Of course, if we teleport back in, we won't know either.
I think we should teleport away.
I think we should mansion here and try to we've come so far. We should try to get all of the information that we can before we leave. No one else has seen the city before.
And live to tell about it.
And we can teleport out at a
person.
moment's notice.
One person?
One person. That's how you have the intel you have.
Who is that?
Somebody
of the slaves?
It was somebody that reported to Athgar's father. And so his statements about what he saw and experienced were part of the records that Athgar pulled to give you this, the basic knowledge that you have now.
Okay.
Is there any kind of plateau, like outcropping plateau?
It's just sand.
Okay.
You figure you're probably in the heart of the Godswrath.
Like I said, if it were up to me,
stay.
I'd be exploring the city. But
No.
I understand that I didn't even ask.
Not
But I
yet.
do want to get as much information as possible.
We need to get in the mansion so we can talk.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
All right. Well, I open the mansion.
Okay, so
I do-
you're landing.
Yeah. I do the ritual.
We can't do the mansion in the air, can we?
Nope.
No.
Okay, before we do that, I'm gonna take a penny or a couple copper, and I'm gonna throw them on the ground before we land because I trust nothing in the desert.
Okay.
Smart.
And we wait.
How long do you wait?
Well, I mean, if there was something living under this sand, would it know it? Like 5 minutes.
5 minutes goes by, nothing happens.
Maybe coppers aren't enough, and I like
Just wait
gather them.
softly.
Okay.
And gather the coppers. We don't want those to be the things that give us away. Somebody's like, hey, look, random change from another country.
Weird.
In country, just
Although the zombies came from somewhere. Okay. So I cast the mansion,
Okay.
and we all go inside.
Okay.
So, one of the things that accidentally did wrong when we were in the desert with the fake people that we came out and they were the fake camels was I was not, well, other than the animals smelt
right,
us. Right, I was not invisible. And so, like, theoretically, is there... I can't remember what you've said about that. I should probably write that down also. When the mansion opens,
Mm-hmm.
is it just like a, or is there like shiny behind it?
There is a glowing doorway.
Until we close it.
Yep.
So we'll go through it very, very quickly.
That's it.
Well, yeah, I guess. I was thinking if you like looked out your head and then like got back, but
We put the owl in front of where she's casting, and the owl blocks some of the light.
Okay.
It's a big owl. It's got to be taller than the door.
Yeah. Couldn't hurt.
because it'll tell you if something happens, right?
What,
well,
the owl?
for another hour.
Okay, well,
Oh no, I just meant while we were opening it, and I assumed she was
But
gonna.
you wouldn't want to leave it outside because then it reverts to its figurine form, which would drop to the sand, and anyone who came by could pick it up and take it.
oh then no, I don't do that. Sorry.
No, I think the figurine returns to her, but we're on a different plane, so it's not a good idea.
Yeah.
No, I figured she'd drop it and bring it inside with us.
Yep.
Okay. So we're in the mansion.
Yep.
Okay.
The door is closed. You are sealed away inside your extra-dimensional space.
Okay. This city is
Gosh.
much
Oh.
bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, it's about what I expect. It's smaller than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, because it's a city, not an outpost, and it had to
Right.
have a temple.
Right, but
Well,
I
I mean,
figured.
I knew there was going to be a temple, but I didn't realize there was going to be a city around it.
Oh, I mean, I knew it was a city. I just figured it would be bigger because it was like their main thing. It seems like. I mean,
Right.
we don't know. They could have bunches of cities past them in the Godswrath. Yeah. I figured it would be at least as big as Aermagh, but I expected it to be bigger.
That's just a lot of people for us to try to hide from. And when we all glow good, which we are going to, it's going to be impossible for us to get anything done.
I mean, there's no way to subvert that.
I know.
Sure there is.
Okay.
You gave them
What?
back.
Give what back?
Amulets.
The amulets that let us hide.
We could go get them again.
Oh no, I have mine.
Yeah, right, but that's one. We need all of us to have it.
I'm confused.
If we all had them on, then they wouldn't
We'd
be able to
still-
detect us.
Okay, but that would be plus pass without a trace plus invisible kind of thing.
Yeah.
I will
Well-
disguise ourselves probably, but
But the fact that if we disguised ourselves and they couldn't perceive us, you don't think that would be suspect also?
If they couldn't perceive you, why would they be suspicious? They wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
disguising yourself will do nothing if they are magically detecting alignment.
right, if they're magically detecting alignment and they're not getting anything from us, that's my point. It's like, doesn't that also say something?
It all depends on how they're detecting it. I mean, I don't think there is a no alignment spell in 5th.
No.
So it's
No.
detect good or detect evil.
Well, and detect good and evil just gives you the location of fiends and stuff. It doesn't give you alignment. Like fiends, undead, celestials, and that kind of stuff. It's like Gwen's primeval awareness minus dragons.
So
we
if they're looking
also-
for good and they can't see us,
we also
they
have
just
some
won't-
robes. Just FYI,
we also have what?
robes.
Oh, okay,
Robes.
well,
we have a Jogravana and robes.
right. But we're gonna have to go back and get those amulets before we really do anything more.
So there's not a. Is there still a sleep spell?
Mm-hmm.
I have it, I think.
I was looking at command.
Yeah, bard, sorcerer, wizard,
Oh,
and
okay,
then
so I can't-
several domains.
I don't get it.
And a
Bard,
paladin.
sorcerer, wizard. Which spell did you want to look at?
Sleep.
Hmm.
I have command,
Maybe
which
I
is
don't
a
have it.
wisdom 17.
No, I don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
Will charm say charm, or is that what enchantment is?
It'll say it'll be an enchantment spell.
Okay, but it's usually it's like immune to magical sleep and being charmed. That's not the same as all enchantment spells. Right? You're immune to being charmed. That's a specific spell.
Well, you're immune to any sort of magical charm. So,
But like, what about
charm
command?
person suggestion? Command is, I don't know if technically that's considered a charm.
Because I was thinking it was more like, when you make somebody be your friend. And well, charm person, I guess, is what I was thinking it protects you from, right?
What does?
Being immune to charm, or you can't be charmed like an elf thing, is the charm
Yeah.
person spell, right?
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. So most of the people here are probably just normal people, right?
I would not say that at all.
What do you mean?
You have no idea.
Like,
Well, I mean,
they're
when you
out-
think of like a town, not everybody is a 20th level sorcerer.
Right.
Oh no, but I would say they're all evil except for the slaves.
Oh yeah, no, evil, yes, but I mean,
Okay,
they're not going to
I
all be
wasn't-
like.
I wasn't sure what you were talking about because I was like, no, that's not.
For most people, like a wisdom difficulty, 17, 18, that's a tough thing for like a normal person to make, right? Because you don't get bonuses unless you're an adventurer.
right.
I'm just trying to think of something I can do to this whole town at once with my Tiraura magic.
Sleep would be amazing.
Yeah, but I don't have sleep. I have command, which I can like make people flee
on.
from me.
We've got some scrolls. Please hold.
I don't know if
So
I can
this-
do it with a scroll.
Oh, damn! Because I was like, I got anti-magic field, but that's not gonna
So-
help us. But
I mean, I can cast dispel magic on the whole town.
That'd be interesting.
But
Thought-
it can't be, you can't use one of our spells, right? Like we
I don't
can't.
think so, Jeff.
help
I don't
you.
think I could use a scroll, right? It would need to be something I'm casting with Tiraura.
You could use a scroll of a spell you can already cast.
Right.
Yeah.
even if you don't have it prepared.
Right.
Ah.
But it would have to be something from the paladin spell list.
Can I cast banishment on the entire town?
I don't think.
I mean, it
that's
only
something
lasts
that
a minute. But,
Aribell will do.
Well, it only lasts a minute. I mean,
What would we get
Does
done in that
it?
minute?
it lasts a minute,
Oh yeah, because that's how they.
and then they pop back.
Yeah, that's how that big crab thing under the mountain in a critical roll came back.
Well,
I
I've
mean,
done it. Yeah,
man, if-
Arabelle's cast banishment before.
If I could work with you, I mean, grasping vine or, I mean,
Yeah, I've got. Well, I mean, the other thing is, because that one's like it has to be one that targets a person, not an area, right, Jeff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Because like I have a magic circle, which means like, I can, but that's like fiends or something. So I'm thinking like banishment or command.
question. If she had the ring on and cast from the ring, which is like the person who's wearing it casts it, could that work?
That's a very good question.
Yeah, that is a good.
You don't know
question.
the answer.
I'd have
Because
to
we have
ask
plenty of
Aurora.
time to attune,
Yeah, I could ask Tiraura.
and any one of us could cast a spell to put in the ring.
Gotta be 5th level or lower.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What level is disintegrate again?
6.
No, I'm not going to disintegrate the city. And there's slaves here too.
But
I
I
mean, at least
mean-
they wouldn't be enslaved anymore.
Like command, I can.
Arabell would not do that.
We
One
could
of the
do
Command
fear.
ones is flee, which basically just tells people to run from me.
Yeah, but it only lasts for a round.
Command.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I have fear.
Oh, let me look at my
It too
spells.
lasts only
Which-
up to a minute.
Would affect all of the lower level people and not affect any of the higher level people.
Right. That's why like banishment is my highest. It has the highest save, and even if it worked on most people, I mean, a minute is 10 rounds. Really, we're here to get the armor.
Right?
That's all I
Hey.
want.
Hey, is that something you can focus on?
Well, I can use locate object to find where the armor is,
Right?
and that
What-
gives me. But it's only 1,000 feet.
What spells specifically target evil that we have? Because if we could use a spell that targets evil, that would spare the
Nothing-
slaves.
Nothing 5th level or lower.
I don't know. It seems like the paladin would have some stuff.
You'd think.
Well, let's look.
What I want to look up real quick. I don't want to.
And it can't be an area effect. It has to be a specific to a person. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think it has to affect a person, but then I can make it affect the whole community. That's probably what I need.
But
But it does have some of it's charm. I would have to get it on a scroll. It's Gaius. Is that how you say it?
I think so.
You place a magical command on a creature you can see within range, forcing it to carry out service or refrain from some action or course of activity as you decide. If it can understand you, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw. I don't know, but it becomes charmed. So there's so many things immune to charm. But it lasts for 30 days.
Wow. What spell is that?
Geas.
Geas.
Oh, okay.
But while it's charmed, it takes damage if it tries to do counter. Every time it tries to act in a manner counter to your instructions, it takes 5d10 psychic damage.
So, what level spell is that?
It's a 5th level, so I'd have to get a scroll.
So you could legitimately kill people with that, though.
If they didn't listen. But I can also end the spell early by dismissing it. So I could just, when we got what we needed.
Okay, so we go back to Aermagh, we get our amulets, and we get that scroll. And we come back.
The amulets are not in Aermagh. But we could, yeah.
We have to go to the tower.
Do we really need the amulets?
Yep.
Because we need to figure out where the thing is before we do anything else.
In order to any more recon, we need the amulets.
Right. Because I need to be within 1,000 feet of the armor. Now, I don't even actually know if it's here.
True.
But when I talk to Tiraura, I think I get yes or no questions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I can ask her if the armor is in the city. Actually, I think we talk more than just yes or no, right? Because of my connection.
Now you do, because you're for
But I still have to make the roll, right?
No.
Oh.
No, it's like me and Mother Tassa, kind of.
But it's a once a week thing.
Right. It's been a while. We've been traveling for 4 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done it since we've been here. Yeah, I was looking at what
ahead of time, yeah.
Because paladin spells go up to 5th. I just can't cast them yet. I mean, I have the ability to cast 5th level spells. I don't know 5th level yet.
Could you ask her for that spell?
Oh, so if she learns it, then she has to let go of another spell, right? That's how everybody else's spell slots work, or is that
clerics and paladins, you get every spell. I just have to pick each morning what I want to use that day.
Got it.
I have like 20 spells a day that I can pick from.
Nice.
What?
So,
I know, right?
But this is a spell that you can't cast?
Not yet.
I have the ability to cast that level. I just don't have that spell until the next level. Because I'm multi-class, I'm a level behind, so I can cast 5th level spells.
If she's learned it from a book or whatever, she could cast it, but she's not read that book yet.
I pray for.
I'm saying in general, like if you give it an overarch, like.
But Tiraura might be able to give you that knowledge.
Because I pray for spells, she could perhaps do it. I wanted to see if there was anything better in the cleric world too. Because it's the same, I can cast cleric spells. I just have to have that like a scroll, right? Because I can read divine. It's just it's higher level. And this is just the best I can think of.
Well, it sounds pretty good.
I mean, that's why we have this. She gave me this power, right? Spells. Is there something better? I was trying to think if there was a way to I don't think I have it as a paladin. It might be a cleric, but it's like the cleansing spell, right? There's like something that like sanctifies a space or something.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't know what that was. What What is that? That's a cool spell. Didn't know there was a cleric magic mansion.
There is?
Kind of. Temple of the Gods. You can cause a temple to shimmer into existence for 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but actually they get to see it, so it's a little different. But that's cool.
Yep. The spell you're thinking about is, I think it's Hallow.
Oh, okay.
But it's not something you target a person with.
No,
Okay.
isn't Hollow the one that takes like
24
a day
hours,
to
yeah.
concentrate? Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I say before we go all the way back, ask Tiraura if she can help you out with that spell.
Well, also ask her if the armor's here.
It says
Yes.
so under Hallow. You can bind an extra effect to the area. Choose an effect offered by the GM. Some apply to creatures. You can designate whether it applies to all creatures, creatures that follow specific deities or leaders, creatures of a specific sort. And then when they enter the area, they have to make a saving throw. But that's not, I don't think that's what I'm thinking either, because that gives like, it keeps undead and things out of it. But I was thinking there was like some way to like basically cleanse. You know?
Ooh, that's ugly. One of the effects is extra-dimensional interference. Affected creatures can't move or travel using teleportation or by extra-dimensional or interplanar means.
Gee, that's a spell we really don't want the DM to know about.
Well, so what's the plan?
I go have a conversation in my little area in my room.
Shrine.
I'm going to put some food together. Or order the birds to put some food together.
Okay.
Because we haven't eaten in a bit.
No, you haven't.
All right. Go up and get into my thoughtfulness pose and concentrate on Tiraura
Okay.
and ask her to come speak with me.
For a moment, there's no response. And then you hear a tiny voice say, "Yes."
Because we're in a different plane. Is that probably why? Tiraura?
I speak for Tiraura.
We are outside the Temple of Jogravana.
We know.
Does she know if the hand's armor is there?
It is.
Does she know the ideas we've had to enter the city?
She does not.
So I'm trying to determine if I can use the power she gave me to affect everyone in the city in some way to let us retrieve the armor that she's blessed.
Yes, you are. What do you wish to know?
I'm trying to figure out what the best thing to do is, if it's just to retrieve the armor, or if we should try to make a dent in their numbers.
You are the hand. You must make this choice.
It's a very evil place.
Yes. But evil exists elsewhere too.
And not everyone there is evil.
No. Some even worship us, although they do not speak so.
So if I can incapacitate them in some way without harm, permanent harm, then that may be the best course of action.
Perhaps. You are the hand. You must make this choice.
If I don't know the spell, but have the ability to cast it from a scroll or something like that, can I still use the gift that way?
If you are able to cast the spell, the power comes from the lady.
Okay. If it's a spell I don't know, can she grant it to me?
She can do many things.
Will she?
You are the hand. You must find your path.
Thank you.
Does that mean you need to ask?
And
I'm thinking I will pray for it in the morning,
you
and then I'll
feel tiny, tiny, tiny lips just kiss your cheek.
like a little fairy.
Right.
Is she gone?
You don't hear the voice anymore.
Okay. So I think I need to pray for it in the morning and see if she grants it to me, and then we can go from there. All right, I come back downstairs.
Gwen has assembled quite a feast.
I was hungry.
Me
And
too.
I didn't know what people wanted, so I just ordered a little bit of everything that I could think of.
I'm the hand. I have to choose my path. It's easier when she told me what to do. I
Yeah.
mean, she just does sometimes, but how I get it done, I guess, is up to me. She did say, well, her representative did say that there's actually people within the city that worship Tiraura in secret.
Well, if you could find a spell that just targets people who are evil,
Oh,
They would be spared.
that's why I'm thinking if I could find something that just kept them from doing anything for a bit.
But that doesn't stop the evil.
Well, as she said, there's evil everywhere. I don't know that we can remove this entire city.
We'll recognize that first, they killed the last hand. And second, if we take the armor, they will probably have a fairly good idea who's taken it. I mean, not necessarily that it's you, but that it's someone from Aecathan associated with Tiraura's temple.
Well,
There
that's
may
a
be-
terrible spell.
There
Sorry.
may be repercussions.
Well, if they come for us, then... But there isn't a way to... only target the evil people. I mean, I guess there is. If it's a community spell, I could target those who worship the evil gods, right?
Right.
That would be a community.
Yeah. Maybe.
There's not a lot of precedents to rely on for using this.
Nope.
That's kind of a cool one.
Destructive wave.
I was actually looking at... Where did it just go? Divine Word. But it only works on things that have 50 or fewer hit points, and the bad guys have more than that. So
Right.
I think that one spell is the best one.
Which one?
The Geas or Geas or
Geas.
Gaius.
Yeah.
Because that's command, but it is charmed versus regular command, which is not charmed. This is hard.
Rude.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
What? What?
The proper pronunciation is Geesh.
Oh,
Like
Well, we
Sean
never
Connery
would've-
describing several large waterfowl.
geesh.
Look at the
Geesh.
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 Interesting.
I mean, if we
That's
found
hilarious.
it, banishment is like the easiest thing, but it doesn't let us free any slaves or any of the good people, which is hard to leave them here.
That is a very confusing minute, by the way.
What is a very confusing minute?
For everyone that's banished, they know that they are in a different plane.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're doing your thing, and all of a
And
sudden
they are incapacitated.
And they could have harm done to them, and if it's
Mhm.
with
So you
the-
want to send them to a good plane. I mean, you
With-
don't want to
with-
send them to the plane of fire, but
well, if I could only do the bad ones, I don't care where they go.
I
but-
know exactly.
So so with the geesh,
Mm-hmm.
if anytime a charmed person under the geesh tries to act in a manner directly
Mhm.
counter to your instructions, they take 5d psychic
5d10, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
psychic damage.
Yep, she was telling us about that.
Yeah, so that's what I
But
was
no
saying.
more
She
than
can
once
still
a day.
She can still
Oh.
hurt somebody.
Is that what it said?
Yeah.
No, it says each time.
While the creature is charmed by you, it takes 5d10 psychic damage each time it acts
Oh.
in a manner directly counter to your instructions, but no more than once each day.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But I wouldn't keep it up for 30 days. If I could target only the bad people.
Good.
If I could target only the bad people, that makes this much easier.
Oh, if you use it in a higher slot, the duration is a year.
Yeah.
Woo!
I mean, that would give us time to go in and clean out things, but jeez.
I mean, 30 days would be enough.
You
Cool.
go through and
When
tap the happy people on their shoulder and then be like, you are free and you are free.
When you cast a spell using a spell slot of 9th level, the spell lasts until it is ended by one of 3 spells.
Mm-hmm. Wish and was it Greater Restoration?
And
Wish?
remove curse.
Yeah.
Wow. But if people are immune to charm,
Right.
that
So
would potentially be
Wouldn't affect elves, wouldn't affect half-elves.
half-elves. And potentially would not affect some of the different classes, right?
Mhm.
And it wouldn't affect undead.
Right.
Well, that's true. So we'd still
Probably
have some
wouldn't
people
affect
to get through.
dragons.
Yeah, we'd still. But you guys did not feel any dragons in this area, correct?
Correct.
Or were you all
I had it up,
okay.
primeval awareness, so I detected fiends,
Mm-hmm.
And
but not dragons.
Yeah,
Fiend and undead, but not dragons,
the
right?
Geesh probably wouldn't affect fiends either.
Ideally, we're looking for a spell that just affects evil people, and if there's some way we can render aid to the slaves, or better yet, get them out. Even if we could just get the children.
Right.
That really hits them where they hurt,
What?
taking away their slaves.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
This really isn't a thing where we can ask for other people to come with us.
No, because it's more about what can we do. But I was thinking, Tasha, you know how we've traveled, right?
You mean like how to get back here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you draw basically a map with the distance from the oasis to here?
Yeah, I could do
Probably.
that.
Or even, the direction. But do we want to let Thunder's Edge know that we found the temple?
I don't think we should do anything without at least letting them know where we have found this thing, because
Right. That's why I say if she can describe
Yeah.
where, maybe doing a greater sending. So that
It would probably need to be written out
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
there's
I'd
not a
have to
lot of
teleport there
landmarks
and
in the
teleport
desert.
back.
yeah. Go this long on a Pegasus for this many
Right.
hours.
Fight a dragon here,
Okay, so
loot a horde here.
so
But it probably
Are-
do want to at least tell him that we found it.
are we in agreement that we go back and get the amulets?
Can anybody gate?
Don't
No,
the
I
amulets just prevent us from being scryed upon?
take that?
No, the
Magical
not only
detection.
not only do they keep us from being scryed on, they
Let me
keep
tell you.
people from seeing that we're good.
Here, let me tell you what it says. Mm.
Wearing this amulet, you are hidden from divination magic.
Oh, there it is.
You can't be targeted by such magic or perceived through magical scrying sensors. So any spell from the divination school or domain does not work on you if you're wearing one of these.
And then also, what are you going to be able to give up to wear this for this time?
I mean, I get that. I can. Ugh, I'll give up
Exactly.
something.
Maybe I can get a. No, you can do scrolls if they're higher level.
Yes, there's a chance that you might miscast. But you can, to quote Matt Mercer, you can certainly try.
So if we could get etherealness, then we can just go through the ethereal plane to find where we got it. Like walk through there without being detected by the people there.
Provided it's not protected against ethereal entry.
That's true. Those people are a little. It's probably warded by all sorts of stuff.
So, what's the plan?
We don't have one
Smash and grab.
So I think I need to pray in the morning and see if she gave me that spell. But we're not doing anything until after we rest anyway, right?
Right.
So
So I guess the plan is we go to bed?
Well, okay, yeah.
We go to bed and Aribell prays.
or that spell or the spell, the right spell.
Okay, so everybody mark a long rest.
Can I change out a spell? I think I can change mine daily.
You can.
Okay.
We're cool because we're divine.
Holy casters can do that.
Okay. So
You didn't take the holy bard route.
I didn't.
Nope.
Neither did I.
That was Athgar.
Yep.
Super annoying.
Do some Aecathan magic and make them all go to sleep. But I can't cast any. I can only.
Wait a minute.
I mean, we could cast sleep.
Wait a minute.
I don't have.
No, but you could ask for it.
Wait, you could also ask for sleep. What are our dream?
That's the Aecathan thing I was saying. Well, we
Yeah.
have the spells to reverse it. I don't have the spell to do it.
It
Did
would
I?
probably be considered evil.
Well, not necessarily. Did I learn that? Is that one of the ones that I learned?
It's in the
Atlas.
Atlas. I can't get it to download for whatever reason. The Atlas won't open for me.
Oh, I probably forgot to change it. There's a new version.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there it is. Achievement. What do I give up? Shoot. I guess I give up my luck blade.
My left leg. That's about what it feels like.
Luck blade.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Hilarious.
Okay, so
Yes.
Needle pulling thread.
I have a possibility.
Okay.
I can take non-detection,
Okay.
which is a spell that for 8 hours hides a target that I touch from divination magic.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the spell that's used to create those amulets.
Oh.
What level is that?
3rd. And it says the target can be a willing creature or a place or an object no larger than 10 feet in any dimension.
Oh. that's okay. Target or willing creature space or object. That is weird.
Mm-hmm. Right, but it's like you can only cast it once, right?
No, it's a 3rd level spell.
Okay.
So
Not
I can.
concentration.
Nope.
And how long does it last?
8 hours.
Oh wow.
So you would lose most of your slots. You'd lose 4 of your 3rd slots. How many slots do you have at 3rd level?
At 3rd, I have 3.
So you'd have to 3 of those and.
I don't know if I could cast it at. It says I can cast it at higher levels as well. So I could get us all. And that avoids us having to go back.
Well, what spell are you gonna ask for? Pam.
Well, I was asking for the Geesh.
Oh, okay.
But I was looking at some other ones to see if that was the right one, but symbol creates a glyph and then you can trigger it, like, and that has sleep, but I don't know if I could use that on.
Yeah, that's not a something you cast on a person.
Right. So that's the best thing I can think of right now, and then go from there. So when we wake up, I pray and see what happens.
The results of your prayer are the normal results. Along with a sense of confidence in you that you will figure this out.
Gods, what you gonna do with them?
I don't know. This is her quest that she sent you on.
Right?
Well, I mean, I do have command, so I mean, but that's only a round.
I think we should get a scroll.
But her deity said she would figure this out.
Yeah.
That implies that it's something she knows.
Not
Or something she can
necessarily.
learn.
Right. Meaning that she would have to learn a scroll. Or get a scroll.
Means we need to go to the sanctum,
Mm-hmm.
which would give us the opportunity to draw a map, and we're not going to enter the Temple of Jogravana before the end of this session. That I'm pretty sure of. So I guess we teleport, which we can't do from in here, right?
Correct.
Right.
And we have no idea what's waiting for us outside.
That is also correct.
So it'll be mid-morning if we slept for 8 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be going on after you've eaten and everything, probably 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Mm.
You know, there is somebody else that might be willing to help.
Sakuthos?
He might think that this whole thing is hilarious. To watch the bad guys scramble.
You're the one that has the goat to between you and him.
I mean, I can try, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hang on. Let me try.
Roll percentile.
And what do you know what you're going to ask him? Like along the lines of, we just need to get this one thing and keep everybody away from us from this one thing, or just let's go in and willy-nilly everything? We should not do that.
It's a good question. I mean, I can see it. Whatever I ask him, it needs to be in keeping with his style.
Right, exactly.
So I was thinking of asking him for something that would cause chaos, widespread chaos that would create a distraction.
Like itching powder or something like that, or turn them to stone for an hour, or...
Well, if you're using Geesh, it has to be a command that tell them to do something.
No.
Like sleep?
Wait, I'm confused.
Like
Is she using Geesh, or is Aribell?
I can't use it.
No, I know, but I'm trying to figure out what he means by that. Like, to have Sakuthos help Aribell, or to have Sakuthos do the thing and then we come in while he's... I don't understand what Jeff was meaning.
I didn't hear what Jeff said.
Yeah, I'm musing out loud.
Oh. I'm sorry. So, like, whilst Sakuthos is throwing a chaos party, we go in, we don't even need to use Geesh. That's what I was thinking that Gwen was asking for. But I don't know anything.
So, did you roll percentile?
Yes.
What did you get?
40. I will set out my seashell and focus on it.
Unfortunately, you don't hear anything.
rude.
I tried.
You did.
Anybody else have a god they want to try?
I mean, like, I can't even...
I feel like we need to figure out where it is first.
Right, but then also... You know.
Okay, where am I trying to find it?
How far in the sky is 1,000 feet at night?
The same distance it is during the day. I don't know what you're asking.
It's got to be in that temple, is what I feel like. It's not going to be in one of the little houses.
Maybe not. You don't know. If you do the find an object and we fly over again super high and then come down on it to 1,000 feet to the town, would that be helpful? And then you can get a better idea. Is it like a little pointy thing? Like, does it say this, that, or the other? Or does it
tells me the direction and stuff.
The direction.
Mm-hmm.
So we would have to go like this way, and then once you're pointing, like it would be like it's right here. We'd have to
get pretty much probably to the top of that temple because it's a pyramid.
If it's the temple,
which I would assume that that's probably where it's kept.
Potential.
Likely. Fair. And locate object only lasts for 10 minutes.
You're muted.
What only lasts for 10 minutes?
Locate object.
Oh, okay.
Locate creature lasts for an hour, but locate objects
locate
only.
object, I mean, like if we're up overhead and you get like, left, down, that would be more, we'd have a much better idea. And then come in from...
Just teleport us to the entrance of the temple and we just go in, guns a-blazing.
Not what I was thinking, but because that would be just I've seen it once, right? I'm not familiar with it.
But it's much better than a view of sand.
Well, that's true.
Okay, what about Destructive Wave? Did you look at that one? It's a 5th level spell. It's instantaneous. And each creature you choose within 30 feet of you,
but
we don't want to hurt them, and also if we...
Right, but you choose that. So you can choose not to hit the slave.
if I'm affected, I don't think it, because that's like an area out, I don't know that I can choose to have it only affect the bad people.
You can't.
Choose each creature you choose.
The problem is that she can only use this ability on spells that specifically target other creatures. For this, the range is her.
Okay.
But
So
now
it
she
only
did
targets
say
her.
if it's anything I can, if as long as I cast it, right? She did confirm that. So that doesn't mean I have to know it. Right?
Correct.
So then that makes me think if it's in the ring, I can use it. Right?
Well, what you were told was that anything you cast still comes from the lady, so the assumption is that it's a spell you would normally conceivably be able to cast.
So, but I should be able to look at both cleric and paladin. Since I have a level 1 in cleric, I can cast cleric spells. So if I had a scroll, it would be of her, right? Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
So it sounds like we're teleporting.
Yeah.
Do we want to go just to the sanctum, right?
Yes.
And try to get the necklaces back, or are we past that? The sanctum or the tower?
Sanctum, because I'm going to need a scroll or something.
Got it.
And I'm going to need to do some religion checks and figure out if Aribell can figure out what spell she has. Oh, gosh. This is crazy.
And you had also mentioned, who were you going to give the map to?
Probably make a couple of copies. Thunder's Edge, because they're responsible for the border. And then probably Warbender. They're not going to go wandering out there, but it's military intelligence, which I assume Tasha would turn over. And then, I guess we could leave one at the sanctum since it's the opposite of the temple.
What about the oasis? So they know not to go out that far? They don't really anyway. Never mind. Sorry. It's just a thought. And then her map will also have where the dragons start.
Well, as much as you know, yeah.
She can, put from here to here, approximately, there be dragons. Also, all across this zombies and fiends. No, all across this zombies or undead.
Yep. There's a reason they call it the Godswrath Desert.
Yeah.
All right. So, where are you going?
Sanctum.
Sanctum.
Okay. Now, you have to leave the mansion
Yep.
to cast it.
Yeah.
So we'll see if we're going to the sanctum.
So, are we
No.
guys ready?
No.
Okay.
Can you cast invisibility on yourself?
Me?
Yes.
Tasha can?
She can cast improved.
Yeah.
Okay, so then before you touch anything,
Don't open the door.
don't open
I haven't
the door.
opened it yet.
If Gwen casts invisibility on us, and instead of opening the door, you dispel the mansion, we'll just pop out invisible, right? And the door will never open.
That is
Bam!
correct.
Pickety bam!
Or pass without trace? Because then we won't leave footprints either.
You won't with Pass Without Trace. That's part of what it does.
That's what I'm saying.
Instead
Instead of invisibility.
But as soon as we get out, we're teleporting, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I thought that was the plan.
Oh, that is the plan.
Okay, so instead of invisibility, I will cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay. And I will. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I will dispel the mansion.
Okay.
I dispelled Starbolt before this.
Yeah. The transition is quite abrupt from fairly dim, comfortable firelight to blazing, hot, bright sunlight.
And I cast teleport.
You are standing by yourselves in the desert.
And I cast teleport, right? That's what we've talked about. We're teleporting.
Yeah.
Okay. And
You're
where
saying
exactly are you teleporting to?
The sanctum.
Where in the sanctum? You need to pick a specific location.
The circle at the...
Oh, okay. Well, then,
The island. Sorry, the island in the circle.
Right.
I'm not teleport circling, but that's where most of the things, when I do it to a place that we're going, we end up in the circle usually anyway.
Okay, and that's an automatic success.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, great.
So, you appear in the basement of the Citadel of Light on the Faelifiri Sanctum.
Head to the Heart Temple.
Okay. You emerge from the Citadel. There are a few students walking
Because
around.
the time difference, right?
Yeah, there's not a great time difference because you were going
Couple hours.
southeast.
Or in the same line.
Yeah, pretty much.
I always think we're going southwest. Fuck. Going
Well, you went southwest to the Oasis, and then it was south-southeast that you traveled to find the temple. So you find your way easily and quickly over to the Heart Temple.
So are we hanging out with her, but she's got to do this by herself, or are we just hanging out doing things that's not her.
You can come. I'm just going to go talk to Father Dilibus because I'm going to guess this is going to be a cleric spell versus a paladin one. There's not many there's only a handful of paladin spells she doesn't know because paladins end at 5th and she's got 4th. So
I am going to hang back.
Okay.
Same.
What are you going to be doing while she goes in?
Gwen, what are you going to be doing?
I'm going to send Athgar a message and update him on what we found.
Ooh, I'm going to make the maps.
Okay, great. I'm going to contact Mother Tassa.
Okay. All right, Tasha, do you have all of the stuff you need to make the maps? Or should you head to the temple or the Citadel of Song?
Zorith has
I will.
ink.
Oh.
No, that's okay. I might not have all the things that you need. I have ink and... No, I just have ink. It's for some spell I have, but I don't remember what it is, but it's not.
I go to the Citadel Song
Okay.
and I purchase the stuff that I need.
Well, you don't have to.
Okay. I procure the stuff that I need.
Okay.
And then I sit down and start.
Yeah, they show you to a small study room that's just basically a chair and a table.
Okay. And then I make 4 maps.
Okay. Then I need a performance check for that.
Okay.
Gwen.
Yes.
So you're going to contact Athgar. You have 25 words. Tasha, what'd you get for performance?
23.
Okay. You are able to make 4 very clear maps using the distances that you know, the direction that you went, and the scant landmarks that you found along the way.
I'm good.
All right, Gwen.
Athgar just returned from Jogravana City at Sanctum. Please join for update.
Good girl. Smart.
Oh, thank gods. If I had to read one more of these books. Let me tell Sten, and I'll be on my way. Where are you? Oh, I'll find you. Zorith.
Mother Tassa and I had a brief conversation about the things I was experiencing. And she did say, oh, you might be becoming more of a dragon, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to talk to her about that.
Okay.
And if it's a thing that we could do, or if it's something I need to like concentrate on or take lessons or whatever, then I would like to do that because I'm feeling weird. Plus also it wouldn't hurt to have a little bit more muscle for this fight.
Okay.
For these fights.
All right. Quickly put, she tells you that if you have time now, she can come to you.
And I will tell her we're at the sanctum.
And she tells you that she'll be there shortly.
Okay.
All right. Aribell.
Go to Father Dilbus's office.
Okay. You get there, the door is open a few inches.
I knock.
Yes. Who is it?
Push the door open and walk in and close the door behind me.
Oh, well, this is a lovely way to start my morning.
Perhaps.
Oh? I take it that, as usual, this is not a social call.
No, it's I need help obtaining a scroll call.
Oh, well, I'm certain that if it's one within the temple, we can make it available to you.
I'm thinking it's Geesh.
Ooh, a very potent spell.
I think that's what I need.
You don't sound certain.
Well, I've never used it, obviously. It's not a spell I can learn or cast in my current path.
Ah.
We found the Temple of Jogravana.
You found the Temple of Jogravana.
Yes, we've spent the last few days traveling there and found it. We've seen it. Tasha's drawing some maps to mark its location. It's very large.
This is very significant.
And I did confirm with the lady that the armor is in the city.
Oh.
So I'm trying to find a spell that I can use to affect the entire city while we try to retrieve it.
Well, that would certainly be one. Had you thought your way through what instruction you would give to the inhabitants of the city with this spell?
Few. What I don't know, though, is because it's a charm spell, I don't know how many things will be immune to it, if that is the best route. I kind of just want everyone to go to sleep for a little bit.
Well, there would be some difficulty affecting our Fey brethren.
Right. Or stay in your homes.
And what effect would that have on anyone who was not in their homes, or worse yet, those who have no homes?
Stay where you are and don't move. Don't act. I mean, I know it lasts a long time. I would not keep it on them, obviously, because I'm not there to mass murder people. If people don't move for 30 days, they won't eat or drink, or they'll have mental
Correct.
damage trying to do so.
Perhaps something a bit more esoteric. What is the lady?
What do you mean?
She is a force in our world. What is she?
Love?
Yes. Love, life, health. So what instruction could you give those who generally do the opposite?
To worship her?
Well, I don't think that would be successful. But that's somewhat in the direction I'm thinking.
Can I somehow make them feel her? Not with that spell.
No. But you could attempt to force them to behave as if they could feel her. Perhaps something as simple as do nothing but good.
Do no harm.
That's somewhat the direction I was thinking, but mine is more...
Do only good.
That might work. You know that there will be some who immediately rebel, and then they will injure themselves.
Yes. And some will be immune to the charm.
Yes.
But it should reduce the number of obstacles.
Perhaps. Well, let us go to the library. And I will look and see. So he leads you out the door and down the hall and up a flight of stairs and down another hall through a pair of double doors into the Heart Temple Library. And he immediately...
This brings back memories.
Yes. However, I'm fairly sure you didn't actually enter the chamber we're going into. He walks to the back of the room and looks around to make sure that you're the only ones here. Gets up on his tiptoes and pulls a book. And the bookcase slides. And there's a door with no knob. All that exists on this door is an etching of Tiraura's holy symbol. And he takes his off his neck and presses it into the etching, and it glows for a moment, and then the door sinks into the floor.
Will that work for me?
Yes. And as you walk in, you hear the bookcase sliding back in place, and you see the door come back up.
Oh, that's cool.
And this room is nothing but racks of scroll cases. And he starts walking around, peering at the shelves. It's been some time since I've perused. I hope the markings are still the same. When every librarian changes, they love to implement their own system of cataloging. And sometimes they forget to tell us. But no, okay, all right. It does look familiar still, thank the lady.
You think it's available at a high level?
I will find out. Let's see here. Okay, here's one. And he pulls a scroll case and pops it open and sort of pulls the scroll up and says, this is the spell you are looking for, but it is cast at 9th level.
how hard would it be for me to cast that?
Are you capable of casting 5th tier magic?
Yes.
Then you should have no difficulty. Study it to make certain, but then you should be able to recite it from the scroll with
You said
few
9th?
issues. Yes, so the minimum level necessary.
So 5th? Did you say 9th or 5th?
Well, he said 9th because you have to be a 9th level cleric to cast 5th level spells.
Oh, gotcha.
So
I was like, it's a 9th level version of it? That's what I want. Okay, so 5th.
He takes it and hands it to you almost absently because he's still looking at the shelves.
Take it.
Ah. This might be... Let's see. Opens it up, pulls the scroll up, says... Yes, this one is cast at a higher level. This was inscribed at 13th level. So...
What rank spell is that?
7th.
Okay. So that'll last a longer period, and if we're only having them do good things...
Yes. And I think... No, I don't see any other versions of that particular spell. So I think these are the 2 that you have to choose from.
How difficult will it be for me to cast the higher rank?
Normally, I would say it would be a challenge. But given your standing with the lady, I believe that she would be kinder when deciding whether or not to allow you to access the higher spell level. I think of anyone, you probably have a better chance. Perhaps only you and I and Sir Arlo would have the type of relationship with the lady that would conceivably convince her to grant you the higher powered version.
Then I'll take the higher level.
Very well. If you can return the armor to the temple, we will see that it is protected. I don't know that you would want to immediately use it, because we do not know what they may have done to it. And also, since they have had it in their possession for some time now, it will likely be easier for them to locate where it is, and if you happen to be wearing it.
Yes, I'd want it to be checked and any curses removed. And have it re-blessed, if that's a thing.
I'm sure that will be something that needs to happen. This is a brave undertaking that you are proposing, Aribell.
It's what I'm supposed to do. I just know it.
Trust your heart. If your heart tells you this is the path you need to follow, then it is the path the lady has sent you on. You are, of course, taking your companions with you.
Yes, they're
Oh,
just
good.
outside.
Ah. Well, why don't I walk you out?
Thank you.
Okay. While this has been going on, Tasha's hard at work on the maps. Gwen and Zorth are just kind of sitting on a bench outside the temple, and after a few minutes, 2 people walk out of the Citadel of Light. It's Athgar and Mother Tassa having a very pleasant, animated conversation. And as they walk up, Athgar calls out, "Look who I found. Appeared right next to me in the teleportation circle. Such a pleasant surprise." "Oh, you're very kind, Athgar. But you were very startled." "Well, yes, but when I came back down, I was happy to see that it was you." "Oh, that's fair." "Well, I assume that you and Gwenlaren have some catching up to do. I have to abscond with Zorith temporarily. I have someone she needs to meet. So I assume that Aribell is here as well.
She is.
Please let her know that I have taken Zorith for some tutoring, and that I shall bring her back wherever you happen to be. You need only let me know.
Okay.
We should be finished by sunset.
Okay. That sounds good.
You're muted.
I'd say we'll be at the inn.
You're muted.
I am not.
No,
I am.
Nikki is.
Oh.
Ow! I hung that now. Owie. Where are you making your maps?
She's
already
in the
did
Song
them.
Temple.
Okay, so you're not there.
No,
Oh, sorry.
you're still working on them.
Oh, never mind.
And then we don't know where we'll be, so okay. Okay.
All right,
right.
so
She walks over and sort of takes your arm in hers, and the two of you disappear. And that is where we're going to stop tonight.
Got it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Progress. Definite progress.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you for joining us. We do appreciate the time that you spend with us, and we hope that you'll come back when we end up doing episode 166. And please, let us welcome you back to the lands of Aecathan the next time we do this.
Bye, everybody.
Good night,
bye.
everybody.